Hello everyone, welcome to Court with Krissy and Linda. Here are 4 short court clips you probably didn't catch, but technically speaking, there's only 3 court clips. First one's a Snapchat story, but the kid, he'll be seeing a judge very soon. We hope you like it. Court with Krissy and Linda is now in session.
Hey, you can't park here.
Just so you know, I'm not resisting. No, I'm not resisting.
Oh, you're good, man.
Yes.
Relax, right?
Yes, sir.
Where the fuck did this guy come from? What? There's no damage to any of these fences. Where the fuck did he come from?
I heard it, but I thought it was out here on the side street. I didn't know it was in our swimming pool.
Crazy. Holy fuck.
Parking
There's
lot
supposed to be a wall here?
Huh?
Is there supposed to be a wall?
here?
I don't follow skid marks. Yeah. I don't see none. There's none. I don't even see tires.
Hey, you remember I used to wear the same fucking uniform.
Alright, fuck you.
Alright. Whatever happens.
Alright,
Okay.
fuck you. For fucking 10 years, bro. That nigga's been fucking on my ass. And now, when I need his fucking ass, he's on my ass? Fuck you! No, fuck you! I am not, just so you know, I'm not resisting. No, I'm not resisting.
Oh, you're good, man.
Yes.
Relax, right?
Yes, sir. I'm not resisting.
Hey, Matthew, I'm sorry, Monica. Hey,
Yeah, no.
you're respectful. We're
Yes,
respectful.
sir. Yes,
Right?
sir.
And
I
we'll
don't
be out-
mind. I don't
we'll be
mind.
out in a couple hours, okay?
Yeah. I don't mind.
We appreciate your
Yeah.
cooperation, all right?
Of course.
Matthew, I'm gonna ask you something real quick.
Sure.
Just question gotta ask, like,
Sure.
you have any workers from me?
No. Definitely do not. No. Maybe narcotics like nicotine in my left or right pocket.
Oh, you're material?
That's it. Yeah, no,
Vape?
like vape. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you. Even though
Sure.
appreciate it, even though you got knocked out with the heat waves right now,
Sure.
appreciate you continue to do
Bro, on
Right now, you're gonna be transported to Vann
sure,
in jail.
sure.
And I can see you not able to stand right there. And
I
this is
mean,
just
I
not-
can stand in my apartment,
And
but
we're gonna continue the investigation over there. Like some other officers are gonna transport you over there,
I'm cold.
and we're gonna see. I don't promise anything. We're gonna see the drug issue, but that station has any drug.
I see cold.
You got it.
I see cold.
Continue moving forward with the officer.
Yeah, I honestly don't care. I smell cold.
We'll just put him on the bench.
Why?
We're gonna be because right now I can see.
But I'm cold. I'm cold.
We're gonna get you some clothes.
Officer, I'm cold.
Give me 1 second right now.
Like I understand what
I'll
he's
put the
saying.
heater on.
That
I'll put it right back on.
I am.
Okay. We'll get you some clothes.
I'm just cold.
Like we thought it was kind of like a bombing sound. It was very bad. So, but then you find out that we crashed the pool, like wall. There is like a small wall here, like a very short wall. Then he turned straight to the pool, and then he tried to jump over the fence and run. And then somebody called him like, "Where are you going?" So they stopped him. They called police and end up everything should be good now, but. Really was so scary. That sound was really scary.
So did you phone?
They came the right way, but I got the into like
Here's the other side of that wall, and you can barely see this faint tire track coming from the street. So my guess was he was coming down that street over there. Tried to make this right, but was going a little bit too hot, and then vanished into that.
Because heavy duty tow has to come out to pick it out, right? They can't do that until the water's drained to get the cable under the vehicle. Does that make sense? Yeah. So they won't respond until the pool's drained so they can get it out. I know at, 2 and 1 in the morning, no one probably is going to come out to drain it.
That's your chance to ask any follow-up questions, because if you say no and we go on with your case, then you don't have a chance to backtrack and say, oh, shoot, I actually wish I had done that. So please just make sure you know right away if you want to do that or not. All right, Miss Johnson.
Hi, sorry about the cat earlier.
You know what? That's totally fine. That was actually very fun to see. You handled that very smoothly. I see that you turned off your video feed very quickly as the cat was walking across.
She actually turned it off.
Oh, it's a fancy cat. The cat was just not having 9 a.m. traffic court. Okay, that's really funny. So let's go ahead and look at this. So you did the deferral in 2018?
Yeah, so I'm not eligible for one.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. I'm glad you're aware of that. So let's go ahead and look at your case, and then I'm going to ask you to tell me your side of the story. So let me just look at this. So it's using an electronic device while driving. So it was a collision. So you had told other officers that you were on your phone while driving and did not see the car stopped in front of you and you had hit the car. Can you please tell me your side of the story?
So I did tell them that I was using my phone. I didn't say I was on my phone. What had happened, I was doing DoorDash. I had 2 phones basically dash mounted. Looked from one where I was checking the directions to make sure I was going the right way. The other phone started ringing and I was on the phone with my friend and went, oh, hey, I gotta go. I gotta take this call. So I went to switch between calls and basically was trying to do the swipe thing to switch. And I'd looked away from the road, clearly for too long.
Yeah. Well, based on that information, I am going to find it committed. I'm going to mitigate it down to $90 though.
Okay.
So, I'm going to go ahead and drop it down for you.
With it being committed, I will say it suspends my license. It's part of why I came to fight it. I have had a really rough year. And I've been trying to make adjustments. It did say that you could swipe on the phone on the law. If you're using one finger, that's okay. It was dash mounted. I had, Bluetooth in. I was trying to do everything right.
The issue, ma'am, is that you had said that you picked up your other phone and told
No,
your friend, hey, I can't do this right now, went to hang up, and then went to swipe your finger. So it's just a combination of all the phones involved.
There were 2 phones, both dash mounted. One was on one side, the other was on this, it's further apart, but they were both dash mounted. I looked from one to the other. And the one that I was looking at was my personal phone. It had the call that I was already on and then the incoming call. I tried to swipe to answer. And then I'd basically gone and tried to swipe to answer and call. And before I was able to do all that, I, hit the car in front of me. So it was something where I didn't have either phone in my hand. And I think this is where it may have gotten misconstrued with the officers, because I'm wondering why the officer I was explaining this to in person didn't give me a ticket to start with. It was an officer who arrived at the scene later and seems like he was not fully understanding the situation. At the time, I was trying to, deal with everything, get a tow truck, talk to insurance, all of that.
So let me ask you just a question then really quickly, because I'm sorry, I'm just getting a little confused with two phones. I don't doubt that they were dash mounted.
Yes.
So it is your statement that you just quickly touched it, swiped up, and in that moment you had a collision. So I just want to
I
make
was trying to swipe up to answer and then click to end as well.
Okay. All right. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Based on that information, yes, you can just touch your phone quickly with one finger. If that's what your statement is,
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and find this as not committed.
Okay.
So this will be mailed to your address on file in Longview.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. I hope you and your cat have a great day.
We will.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Step to your right to the T. When the green light comes on, sign. Red X, ma'am. Here you go. State your name.
Angela Sullivan.
Ms. Sullivan, you fully court charged of domestic aggravated assault. Also a use of a weapon during a felonious act, possession of a weapon or ammo by a convicted felon, possession of a firearm or ammo by a convicted felon, possession of firearm or ammo by a convicted felon, and improper exhibition of a firearm or dangerous weapon. Do you understand those charges?
I do.
I understand you've been given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. Is that true, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Sullivan, based on your application, I find that you do qualify. I'm going to go ahead and appoint the public defender to represent you. So you have an attorney now. Question about that?
That's, thank you.
You're welcome. Deputy, criminal history?
20 domestic and a VOP, 17 paraphernalia controlled substance, 2 more VOPs, 16 domestic strangulation, violation of contact, intimidating a witness ×2. History locally goes back to 09 with meth and para.
All right, on the domestic aggravated assault, bonds 15,000. The display or use of a weapon during a felonious act is 10,000. Yeah.
Can I ask a question? So the stun gun is left at my house for defense purposes.
You're not allowed to have a stun gun if you're a convicted felon.
Well, I didn't know that, but it's left at my
Don't
house.
talk about the fact of your case. You're admitting to felonies right and left, so don't just stop.
Okay. So could you please give me an RR on the charges and I can fight the case from home? I'm enrolled for my bachelor's degree in business and I work as an assistant remotely at home.
Okay.
Please.
No. On the possession of weapon by convicted felon, 5,000. Possession of weapon by convicted felon, 5,000. Possession of weapon by convicted felon, 5,000. And improper exhibition of a weapon or dangerous firearm, 5,000. Court date's going to be May the 29th at 9 o'clock. No contact, directly, indirectly, or through a third party alleged victim.
Okay, so the alleged victim is a 19-year-old that I'm gonna have to contact I'm gonna have to contact the victim for my son. She don't have a dad or anybody else, like they'll be gone really soon. So I'm gonna have to contact my daughter about my son. My mom is deceased.
Great.
That's the only phone number I have.
Because you're telling me you can't have no contact with the victim.
What is it? Repeat that.
You're held without bond because you're telling me you can't not have contact with the victim.
I cannot have contact with the victim.
You don't seem to
You
understand
mean like
that.
the victim that like I buy her shoes? No, the victim that I buy her shoes, I buy her cell phone, I buy her
buy
car,
clothes,
like all that.
clothes so you can do whatever you want. I get it. I understand. Okay.
No.
Good talk.
You need to wait and talk to the public defender who's assigned to represent you, okay?
Okay.
All right.
All right, step to your right and sign where the T is. You held, right?
I cannot.
Thank you.
So I cannot contact her, like about my child, my 6-year-old?
No, you cannot contact the victim.
Okay, thank you.
Next. Red X. Here you go.
It's time to begin our small claims docket here at 3B District Court, just before 3 o'clock. We have 4 cases. We have a discovery subpoena case with David Klein and Angelo Graffune. Don't yet see Mr. Graffune. We have Justin Ward versus Ashley Bone. Mr. Ward is in the conference room. Ashley is here in the court. We have Isaiah Arevalo versus Andrew Dombrowski. And Mr. Arevalo is here by Zoom. Mr. Dombrowski is not. So we'll let that percolate for a moment. And then we have a motion to set aside a default in the ongoing case of Amber Manley versus Ashley Furniture. Lauren Kloppenstein is here.
Just making sure that.
I think he can hear it.
Okay.
But I can't hear him. Amber Manley is here with me in the courtroom. All right. So we're going. Yes.
Okay.
All right, just as a refresher, we're in the district court small claims division. My name is Judge Middleton and I preside in this courtroom and I get to have my name on that plate. In small claims, the rules are different. They're more relaxed than they are in the general civil court. We don't strictly follow the rules of evidence or procedure. We allow hearsay. We allow documentation without a lot of foundational evidence, but everybody's under oath and they're compelled to tell the truth. The claim is limited to $25,000. If you're going to sue for more than, $7,000. Going to sue for more than that, you have to sue in the general division of the court. There is no appeal from small claims. There is no formal record and neither party is allowed to have an attorney. Once the court makes its finding, there is no appeal from small claims. Mr. Kloppenstein has not filed an appeal. He's filed a motion to set aside a default. And we'll talk about that here in a moment. But the first matter I'm going to take up is Justin Ward versus Shelby Bone. Mr. and Mrs. Bone, you can come up and have a seat on the defendant's side. If you wish to come, you can come as well. Mr. Ward, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
All right, why don't you sit up straight? You look like you're ready to watch TV with your feet up rather than appear in a court proceeding.
All right.
I'm going to ask you to raise your right hand and ask each of you to raise your right hand. You both swear or affirm any testimony you're about to give in this matter will be true to the best of your knowledge and belief.
Yes.
All right, let me click up on the electronic version of this.
Can I ask you something, Judge?
Yes, sir.
I got a restrainer on her husband, and I don't know how we're going to do that now.
That's why you're in the conference room.
Oh, okay.
I thought that restraining order was denied. Is there a restraining order?
I put it into appeal it.
All right.
But the Branch County Sheriff I talked to said it's still.
It's in Branch County. I wouldn't have granted it on a bet. All right. This is a claim for $850 and a very poorly drafted complaint. Mr. Ward claims the money I give her for the truck tires. She said she was gonna pay me back and never did. I am last charges. She owe me $850. That might be one of the worst complaints I've seen in some time. Mr. Bowen, why do you believe she owes you, Mr. Ward, why do you believe she owes you $850?
Because I gave them 400 for the truck tires, and she said she was gonna pay me back and never did. And the late charges were for waiting so long.
Well, there's some sort of receipt here dated 9/21/24. Shelby Bone for the tires you buy for your truck, $350 plus 60. What is that?
That's the receipt that I had written up, and I was gonna give it to her, but I never did, and I wish I had now.
So there's no contract, you just wrote this up?
Yeah.
All right, Miss Bone, what can you tell me about these tires?
I don't purchase tires from anybody. I have no idea what he's talking about. The last time I purchased tires was in January of 2024, and that was from Walmart for my truck. So I don't know where he's coming up that I purchased tires from him, or he gave me money, or I don't know.
So you never purchased any tires from him?
No.
You never entered into a contract?
No, and he definitely never gave me money to put back for tires or whatever he's trying to say.
Some of this came out at the last hearing. My fear is he's using the court process to harass you, both through the last case, this case, and possibly this PPO case in Branch County. So it's your position you never purchased, borrowed, used any tires from Mr. Ward?
Correct.
He never gave you a receipt?
No, I've never seen that receipt.
Well, he indicated he didn't give it to you.
And if I do any kind of like trading like that, I have a bill of sale and I have both parties sign it. But like I said, I've never bought any tires from him.
When did you last have contact with him?
Probably the first week of November in 2024.
Which was part of the other case?
Yes, we worked together and then he got moved to a different plant. We didn't work together anymore. And we didn't work directly together. We just worked in the same plant.
All right. Mr. Ward, she says she never purchased any tires from you or agreed to buy anything from you.
That's not what I'm trying to say here. I gave her money to purchase tires because they needed money. They needed the truck tires for their truck and they couldn't get tires. So I helped them get tires and she said she was gonna pay me back. That I told you wrong.
Did he ever give you any money to purchase truck tires?
No, and I don't take money from people anyways. I have a job, I can afford my own tires.
Mr. Ward, when you came in with this, my inclination was to decline it. But I don't have the ability to do that. I think this is a false claim. And I think you're using me to harass these people and I don't like it. If you're gonna lend her some money, get a receipt. It costs you a few dollars to come in and file this claim and scratched up, poorly worded complaint. They get dragged in here, they get served with a thing, they have to take time off work, they have to come in here to hear your claim, and they deny that it ever happened, and you have any proof that it did. So your claim is denied. And
well, I'm not doing this to harass anybody. It says another thing, I want my stuff and I'm not sending my family over there to get it because I can't trust him.
I don't care about it. I made an opportunity for you to go get it and you didn't. If you want to get an action, file a claim and delivery action and have the sheriff come do it. But I'm not going to try to mediate you recovering all this junky junk that's in his yard. Immediately after that, you filed this case, and I think it's without merit. And I'm not going to try to mediate the return of your property. I made an arrangement for you to go get it on a Saturday morning, for somebody to get it, and for whatever reason, nobody did.
Well, my attorney is working on it right now to go get my stuff.
Very good. They can file a claim and delivery action or make arrangements to go get it.
I had to pay $800 for my attorney to get something going.
I find they owe you $0.
So how are we gonna do this? Cause, with him there and me here.
Well, you're gonna go out to the counter and get this order and then leave. He'll wait here with me in the courtroom until after you go.
Okay.
She'll probably clean this up. I'll ask you to take it out to the clerk. And Mr. and Mrs. Bone, you just wait in here with me in the courtroom. And we'll wait till he's gone and then let you guys go.
Are we done, Judge?
Yes.
Okay.
I think this case is completely without merit. It's
No.
a perjury case, but if you're gonna sell something to somebody or loan them money, get a receipt. That's my piece of advice.
I want to say something real quick. My attorney.
All right. If you take that out, we'll get him a copy of the order and he can go. And I need that conference room, so I need to get him out of there.